Imagine a world without basketball. No NBA, no slam dunks, no three-point shots, no millions of fans staying up every night to watch their favorite teams. It's hard to believe, but just over 100 years ago, this game simply didn't exist. And it all started with one unusual request. In the winter of 1891, the director of a college in Springfield, Massachusetts, gave a young physical education teacher a challenge. Create a brand new game, one that could be played indoors. It had to be exciting, safe, and active enough to keep students entertained during the cold winter months. He had only 2 weeks to come up with an idea. No one could have imagined that this simple task would change the history of sports forever. That teacher was James Naismith. He was born in Canada and loved sports from an early age. But more than anything, he loved finding new ways to make physical education fun. At that time, football was too rough. Baseball couldn't be played during the winter, and gymnastics quickly became boring for students. So Naismith decided to create something completely different. A game where victory depended not on strength, but on speed, accuracy, and teamwork. Naismith asked for 2 empty peach baskets. They were nailed to the balcony of the school gym at a height of 10 feet, or 3.05 meters. Surprisingly, that's still the official height of basketball hoops today. The first game was played on December 21st, 1891. 18 students took part, with 9 players on each team. Instead of a basketball, they used a regular soccer ball. But there was one funny problem. Every time someone scored, the ball stayed inside the basket. Someone had to climb a ladder and pull it out by hand. Later, holes were cut into the bottoms of the baskets. Eventually, they were replaced with metal rims and nets. The original rulebook was only 1 page long, just 13 rules. Players were not allowed to run while holding the ball. They had to pass it to teammates. Pushing, hitting, or tackling opponents was forbidden. The goal was simple: throw the ball into the opponent's basket. The very first official game ended with an unbelievable score of 1-0. Just 1 basket in the entire game. The new game spread incredibly fast. Students graduated, moved to different cities, and introduced basketball wherever they went. Within a few years, it had spread across the United States, then Canada, then Europe, and soon almost every continent. In 1936, basketball officially became an Olympic sport. James Naismith himself attended the opening ceremony and watched his small idea become an international game. It was probably one of the proudest moments of his life. After World War II, basketball exploded in popularity. In 1946, a new professional league was created. It would later become known as the NBA. This league produced some of the greatest athletes in history, including Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, LeBron James, and Stephen Curry. Each one changed the game forever. Some broke impossible records. Others inspired millions of children to pick up a basketball for the very first time. Today, more than 450 million people play basketball around the world. NBA games are watched in hundreds of countries, and the biggest stars become global icons. But it's amazing to remember that everything started with 2 old peach baskets, 1 soccer ball, and 1 teacher who simply wanted to make winter gym class a little more interesting. Sometimes, the greatest inventions in history begin with the simplest ideas.